Hi, I just want to start off by saying that I really like this video just because it made me realize that I was doing things that I didn't even realize that I was doing, like filtering out um, noise and like the way we listen to things and how we'll cease to hear something like the ping noise um, after it plays around in our background for a while, it'll just like cease to exist. Like we won't even pay attention to it because when we listen to things, we're listening like we notice things that are different, not things that are the same. Like a certain noise will that we hear constantly will just become part of like our surrounding. We won't even hear it anymore. And what I notice most of all is the filtering because I realized that um I guess like subconsciously because my parents always told me, be careful who you associate with, um don't get involved with like the wrong people, you know be careful like what conversations you take part in and stuff. Don't just you know say anything or be a part of anything. You always have to be aware of your surroundings and the people that you associate yourself with. And um, just always having that in my mind, I kind of always, I guess, subconsciously like filtered out like people like talking that are associated with like different beliefs, religions, not necessarily languages, but that's like a major factor too. And like the attitudes, like I filter out. And I just realized, like thinking about it, at work or at school, there's lots of people that um, I see on a daily basis. I work with them. They're next to me, like within 10 feet away from me, and they could have conversations, especially at work, and I hear them talking, but I don't necessarily like pay attention and hear what they're saying. Like I'm not really listening to them. And if someone were to ask me what they were talking about, I wouldn't be able to say what they're talking about because I'm like subconsciously filtering them out just because I know what they're talking about is not something I want to associate myself with. I don't want to take part in it. Um, and it's weird to realize how we do that subconsciously just because we have that mindset. And um, what I liked his tips for learning how to listen better um, was actually being in the quiet and like no noise and just learning how to reset your ears. I really like that because I do feel like so many times my ears are just like so cluttered, and it's like you get so tired of hearing things that you just want to like be in like peace and quiet and like not hear anything. And like sometimes just hearing nothing is like nicer than like hearing like birds singing or cliche things that everyone likes. um and then also differentiating different sound patterns and like listening to multiple people talk or multiple sounds at once and being able to like consciously be aware of both of them. And I think that's a strength that I was able to develop at my work at Corner Bakery because the position that I started in is an expo. So I'm pretty much a mediary between the front of the house and the back of the house. I'm literally the only person who could communicate between front and back. If the front of the house wants to talk to someone back of the house, they have to have me ask them, and vice versa. And during lunch rushes or morning rushes, when we're really busy, I have like 5, 6 people in front of the house talking to me, asking me questions, and then I have another like 5, 6 people in the back of the house asking me questions and everyone talking to me at the same time. And my job is literally to listen to everyone and kind of determine what's important, like what's priority, what do I get done first, and I have to create an order of urgency. And um, I didn't even realize that I had developed that skill. Like when I first started, I felt so overwhelmed hearing everyone talking to me at the same time. And now it's just like I go there in my position and I'm just like set. I hear everyone and I record what everyone says. And then I just in order like respond to everyone, and I let them know like, hey, I'll get to you in a second. I heard what you said. And I think that's like a major important aspect of listening and communicating, like he said. Um, when someone's talking with you and you have to show that you're listening, like you have to like give some sign that you listen, like acknowledge, say okay, like just do something so the person knows that you're not ignoring them. And like I really had to acquire that skill. And so I mean there's definitely things that I could work on, um, and dealing with noise and listening. I think what I need to work on most of all is listening in school. I guess like just lectures, because those are just tedious, and especially since going through 4 years of science classes, I really had to learn how to really listen, because a lot of what my professors were talking about is just like not interesting at all. But when you know that you have to listen and your success depends on it, then you learn how to listen and to try and stay focused. And I tried the whole, recording and going back and listening to it, and that helped. But until you actually write it down, um, you don't really, I feel like you don't really grasp what they're saying. I mean, in recording lectures helped me in a way, because I was able to go back and like really stay focused when it is quiet and no one around, and I would actually like listen to the notes and type as the professor is speaking. And so I would like simultaneously listen and and type. And so in that way I kind of learn how to like really stay focused and like really pay attention to what is being said. But overall, I really like the video, and definitely something that I'm going to keep in mind for the future.